The lockdown harms are worse than COVID. The lockdown harms are worse than COVID. It is exactly the word, you took the words out of my mouth, it is an inhuman approach because we're harming our kids, we're harming the poor with the lockdowns in ways that are almost impossible to recover from. None of this is normal. And it has great psychological and medical and other kinds of consequences. Anyone that studies public health understands that public health is a complicated thing. It's a human thing. People are connected to one another. You can't just simply isolate infection control from every other aspect of people's lives. I think it should be clear now to anyone.
Right.
I mean, I think that this idea that we lock down society for a full year in trying to control the spread of the disease, that is not consistent with how we've dealt with any pandemic in the last 100 years. You identify the folks who are at risk, give them tools to reduce and mitigate their risk, consistent with their human rights. That's what you do. Telling people to do inhumane things will never work because it's inhumane, right? Instead, you give them tools. We basically threw out a generation of knowledge that we had been worked so hard to build up about how to deal with something like this, and we threw it out the window. I mean, I think the vilification of scientists who disagree with the lockdown ideology has been, I mean, unprecedented in my life. I've never, very, very prominent scientists, friends of mine, brilliant scientists, like there's this gentleman, Johnny Anides, who's, I mean, if you go back and look, he's probably the most highly cited scientist in the world, actually, even more than most Nobel Prize winners. And yet, every time he writes anything, he gets this like cadre of people very unfairly attacking him, maligning him. Other scientists, young scientists, have been writing to me, telling me how difficult it is for them to say anything because they're scared that will happen to them. That's happened a lot. And there's been explicit calls for censorship of science by other prominent scientists. Science in the context of an epidemic is a matter of life and death, no matter what. There's just no other way around it.
Right.
You have to conduct science the way it should be conducted, which involves disagreement and discussion and debate. And science decided during this epidemic to stop that. Science can't function without a free interchange of ideas.